Welcome in, everybody. It's the Coach.
All right, Coach. Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. As we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny when we talked to him. All he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader. Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to get it at the 20. This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First carry for Spencer Ware. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Mack. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Running on 1st down with Ware. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Ware looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They go play action with Brissett. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with 4th down and 1. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
Let's go.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And right side, Henry's got it.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Brissett on first down. Flush to his right. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 77 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
That's it, baby. We go work.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Walker with a grab, left side.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Caught right side, it's Lewis. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Brissett to throw on first. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play.
There he goes left side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down throw for Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a run with Mack. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Spencer Ware, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out come the Titans now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that makes some adjustments.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Mariota to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on third down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The Colt offense and T.Y. Hilton making their way back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
There he goes, right side. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for Indy. Give him 58 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Now a toss play to Ware. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Spencer Ware, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 30 on second down, Mariota. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run now with Ware. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brissett now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call